Hello again, everyone. As usual, I am Buff Bud, and today we are maybe back with Doki Doki Literature Club. Because at this point, I think it came out a couple months ago. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus came out. Now, I'm not sure if that is like an actual sequel to the game, or if it's literally just the exact same game but with extra dialogue, or what the deal is. So that's why I'm not even sure if this video will even be making it to YouTube. So I guess we're gonna find out. Um, yeah, so we already know the whole thing of Doki Doki Literature Club. So what more could there be in this one, I wonder? Shut up, phone. Anyway, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. You don't say! Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience while playing this game. You don't say! Would you like to reveal detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. No. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you have noted the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. What does an age rating have to do with this? I'm actually a little bit concerned now. So, the first time I played this game, I went into it completely blind. Opening the game up the first time, I was kind of thinking that it was some kind of dating sim, and I would have to censor a lot of stuff. I was very wrong. But now that it's saying that there's an age rating, and that I apparently need to consent, am I gonna have to censor stuff? I'm a bit worried. Anyway, I agree, I guess. Oh, there's that classic tone I love. Ah. Okay. So, I guess new game? Please enter my name. Let's just do Bud, because I do Bud for everything. So far it looks like it's basically the exact same game. I'm a bit worried about that. Let's turn the volume down a little bit. Yeah, that didn't really sound like it did much. Okay, there we go. Text speed, let's put that up a bit. Dialog box size, skip options, language, okay. I think we're good. Return. Hey! Can I not? Oh, okay. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayuri, my neighbor, and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Man. If you guys don't remember the original one that we did, I'm gonna call that Season 1, and if this even, makes it to the light of day, Season 2. I had a lot of trouble reading that one. In fact, I think it was actually during that series that made me think that I have dyslexia. So, yeah, bear with me. If she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayuri catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, bud. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Also, unrelated to what I just read, as usual with my usual, start of new series stuff, this episode is going to be around the 45-minute mark, give or take. Just a quick warning for anyone who doesn't want to watch a video that long, but whatever. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean to me if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. I'm very concerned how this is supposed to be different. Again, I'm not even sure if this is going to make it to the light of day. I might have to, like, if this turns out to be the exact same, then I'm going to have to, like, quickly go onto the Steam page and figure out what is supposed to be different without spoiling myself as much, and see if it's worth making a whole series about. So, yeah, but anyway. By the way, bud, have you decided to join a club yet? Decided on a club to join yet. My bad. Hello, there we go. A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. Also, one plus side that this series is going to have over the other one, voices! I'm going to try and do voices for everyone. Just because, you know, last one didn't have anything. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayuri likes to worry too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh! I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Oh, and now we know why. Oh god, Sayuri breaks my heart! And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. A NEET? In a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent her? Relent. I don't know if I've ever heard that word. I can't really make out the context either, so... That's a word I don't know! Great! I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. After I pack my things. Clubs. Sayuri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayuri? Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Oh god, I realized something else I hate about reading stuff. Reading a lot ends up clogging up my nose, so I apologize if you guys hear that stuffy sound now. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayuri. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Huh? Meanie? I really wish they would have added, like, sound effects. Like, to that moment. Just like the classic anime, like, what? Kind of sound effect. Like, you guys know the ones if you guys are anime nerds. Sayuri is the vice president of the literature club. Was she the vice president in the original? I guess she was the vice president, and then Monica, just Monica, was the president. So yeah, anyway. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! I friggin' love this game. It is great in all the great parts, awful in all the awful parts, and everything in between. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh, I love that line. I dejectedly followed Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayuri always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Bud, what a nice surprise. I don't really know a good voice for Monika. Because she does have her own voice at the very end, if you guys remember. Anyway, I'll probably figure one out. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. God dang it. Okay, so lately, while at work, in my off time, I've been watching a lot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So now I'm just getting like flashes of that. What? Watching this, playing this? I don't know, because obviously it's a visual novel, so you can watch it, but it's a novel, so you read it. I don't know, whatever. Oh god, it's weird. What are you looking at? I don't know. That voice is a little too gravelly for her. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Remember, she's 18, because apparently that's important, which makes me worry. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayuri. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayuri says that quietly into my ear. Oh, you can just... Hold on a sec. Can I... History. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. There we go. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? Just Monika, just Monika, just Monika! Of course I know her! That's right! Oh, that was... whatever. It's great to see you again, bud. Don't say that. I swear to God, if it starts already, I'm gonna be so tripped. Monika smiles sweetly. Don't. I know where this game is going, so I know. And I'm watching for everything now. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Boy, you do not want to get messed up with her! So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, bud. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make you some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayuri mentioned, it's been widened so there's one more space next to Monika and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. That's adorable. The whiskers, oh my god. Last time I did this game was before I got Grim, right? Hold up. I need to look this up now. When was the last time I did this game? Hold up. Just bear with me here for a second, guys. I'm sorry. Hold up. Come on. Alright, playlists. Hold up. Alright, you guys might hear me for a second. Oh, the first episode! I can read, I swear! Oh, that's great. I love that. I am awful. December 25th, 2017! Wow! Almost exactly 4 years ago. Okay. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs the first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayuri, oh. It's delicious! Sayuri talks with her mouth full, and she already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayuri said, well, maybe, but not for you know, you, dummy. Friggin' tsundere. Alright. Shut up, phone. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. I love tea. I might make tea after this, actually. God dang it. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Do they blink? Am I missing them blinking? I think they blink. That's a little, creepy. I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow. Oh, there it is. Then smiles at me, god dang it. Every little thing Monica does now, I understand. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you guys really need to not be watching this series right now, because you need to watch the original fully through and see what the frick happened with Monica. You guys will understand. Anyway, so what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayuri. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayuri seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature club, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. See, the problem with having 4 girls is I need to try and come up with 4 different girl voices. That's difficult. For someone who does not have great vocal range, that's difficult. It'll be a fun challenge, though. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Oh, here come the yawns! Oh, I apologize. Again, that is a side effect of me reading. I don't know why. Whenever I read out loud, I always yawn. I hate it. I apologize. I honestly think I have some kind of, like, sinus something or another that while I'm reading, I cannot breathe properly. It causes me to yawn. Oh, I don't know. I have breathing problems generally in real life anyway, so I genuinely think I do have some kind of, like, breathing problem. Anyway, you have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Bud, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Oh, god dang it. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Foreshadowing? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Is everyone in this game gonna turn out to be, you know, terrifying? Because I know in the original, only Monica, just Monica, turned out to be horrifying. But maybe in this game, there's like different paths, different routes, different stories that you can actually get to that everyone will turn out to be horrifying. That'd be cool. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. No, you were at least trying. It's more like a baby. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ah, I hate horror! Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Why? That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud!" And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. God dang it. This freaking game is just absolutely adorable. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I want to read everyone's poems! We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, bud? Don't talk to me. Monika smiles warmly at me once again. No. I wonder if I still had my, original save file on my computer, if that would, like, interact with this game at all. Interesting. Anyway. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Bud, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Right? Like, what the frick? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Bud, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. I can feel it yawning welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Bud, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! I love voicing Sayuri. I hope nothing bad happens to her. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, And of course, Monica. Just Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. This game really sets it up in a perfect way to make you think you're playing a dating simulator, and I love it! Alright. I just need to make I need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. And here we go! Anything new here? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, god dang it. I'm gonna save here. I guess I'll save right there. Okay. Okay, so... It doesn't... Okay, so... If I'm not mistaken, it always ends with Sayuri first, right? I was told that it could end with one of the other two first, but I'm not sure. Should we just pick at random? And see where it gets us? Because we already know what's supposed to happen normally. So if we just pick at random, we might get something new. If not new to the Plus version of the game, at the very least new to the channel. I don't know what I'm really pressing. Is that music supposed to be like that? I don't like that. Ah, dang it. I think with all the random things we picked, I think it's just going to turn out to be Sayuri anyway. Oh well. Hi again, bud. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, bud. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan just to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in a club room. Oh, boy! Threw her under the bus! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. That's great! Don't worry, guys. Bud always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Bud can become good friends too. Sayuri! As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayuri. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's time for me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. I swear to God, my phone is pissing me off now with all the dinging it's doing. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet, probably for her manga. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and ended up listening in on Sayuri's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Oh, hiccup. All about. My apologies. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Huh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayuri is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Well, what kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Freaking love that. Aha! Good thinking! See, sorry, something I just thought about. The fact that you aren't even given a choice for Monica during writing the poem is pretty telling. Like, it's just like, Anyway. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes! That works out perfectly! Wait. Monica, right. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy! Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayuri is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayuri can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Jesus! Blah! I open my eyes to find Sayuri's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry! Wait! Actually, I'm not sorry at all! It's your fault for sleeping like that! This isn't the napping club! Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayuri. It's what I do best! That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayuri, it's written all over you. Huh? Sayuri glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayuri's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie! And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayuri. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. God dang it. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, idiot. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful! The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Ugh. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Wait. He's actually saying sigh. That's not sigh. That's not like him sighing. That's actually the word sigh. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it didn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again! God dang it. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to see Sayuri's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy! It's not worth it at all. Sayuri hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better! Sayuri puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I kept it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let me do he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. Huh. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayuri. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! But I can't wait to read yours! Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayuri still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready... I apologize. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Ugh. I don't know if this is a choice, so I'm actually going to save here. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna end the episode here. If you guys are even seeing this series, for the record, so yeah. If you guys are not, then I'm talking to myself. If you guys do see this series, then that means that there is some kind of change that is significant enough to keep it going. So I will, do that. Obviously, I am going to look off camera real quick for as many non-spoilery reviews or whatever of what is different, so I can, see if it's worth it. So, yeah. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy... Alright, so, I just tried to leave the game, and it came up with, like, a weird menu, and then this. What? Side stories, files, mail, pictures, music. What? 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 Okay, and this loads up the game, presumably? Yes, okay. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like the main game might be the same. Let's see if it happens again. Here it is. What the frick? Okay, side stories. What? Side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. Files. Okay. Mail. Nothing. Pictures. Okay. Music. Interesting. So these are all new. Settings, music. Interesting. Okay. Sorry. So it looks like the main game is the same, but now there are side stories that we have to unlock? Interesting. So basically, we have to get all 6 side stories. So we have to write stories for Sayuri twice, and then we have to write poems for Natsuki twice, and then for Yuri twice, it sounds like. Interesting. Okay, so this is new. So I guess this is gonna be a new series. I'm a bit worried that might actually be copyrighted. Well, whatever. Anyway, that's gonna have to be it for the actual end of this episode then. If you guys actually stayed long enough to see it, then thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Have a great day then, and goodbye.